We're back with another episode of Tin Can, and we're going to be playing Opened Window. So I'm assuming we're going to have an open window in the pod or something that's letting air out constantly. The previous challenge, if you watched it, so I had 2 episodes back to back in the same video, and that was quite a step up from what we had before. So I'm just going to have a look around again. There's nothing I can actually take into the pod. So let's have a look. I mean, I can't actually see if the windows are open or not. I'm assuming it would have to be quite a small opening, if it's in any way realistic. Systems still seem to be functional. That's still fine. Okay, so let's do the standard thing of just doing the basics before we set off here. Same thing here. There we go. I don't think there's anything else we can do, so let's just get into it. So I'm gonna assume that we're gonna be losing pressure constantly here, and I'm just trying to think what would be most important. Do I keep the pressure management system on, knowing that I'm gonna keep losing nitrogen from these bottles? Okay, first things first, how much time? 5 minutes is quite short. I can hear a leak for sure, and I can see that this is not keeping up. We're actually losing oxygen faster than the system can put it back in. We're getting a warning light, and that is for the oxygen system. Now, luckily we have dealt with this before, and again, the CO2 is getting too high as well. So, simple solution, we need to manually put some extra in here. We're going to get it right to the limit of the pressure here. Right over there, that should be fine. And the system should be happy. You'll hear some creaking, that's because the pressure is high, but it's okay in this case. We're not able to get the carbon dioxide out fast enough. This bottle's completely filled up. Is the system on? Or does this work the other way around? Has this been used at all? What's going on here? This doesn't have a pump in it. Okay, I did not notice this before. Okay, which systems have pumps that I don't need? This also doesn't have a pump in it. Does this have a pump in it? Okay, it doesn't. Okay, I realize what's going on. I misread the situation badly. Oh, crap. Okay. This is getting really hot. I'm gonna need to switch off the reactor, because if I don't have any pumps, there's only one way to control the temperature, and there's also only one way for us to get rid of CO2, and that's by venting that. I said in a previous episode that this is a really inefficient way of getting rid of CO2. Is there any other way to get rid of CO2? Because it's not happening fast enough. Pressure's dropping. I mean, effectively, we're not just getting rid of CO2, we're getting rid of all the air. We can increase the amount of nitrogen in here. I mean, these systems are useless, right? Like, I may as well switch them off. And it's certainly less annoying that way. Alright, we're gonna get a little bit of nitrogen in here. That should bring down the percentage of CO2. It's a good thing this is only 5 minutes. Okay, now we're getting a problem with the oxygen again. So, if you're wondering why I'm putting it back in, it's because it's the only way to put the bottle down. Okay, breathability is a problem still. Without it, keep constantly venting nitrogen or oxygen or whatever you happen to have in your hands into the air. I cannot get the breathability to the right level. I need nitrogen that is more compressed than this. Shit. Okay, come on, more oxygen. I'm just gonna let this run now. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the nitrogen actually. Just get all of this out. I do still have this. It's not of much use to me. Let's have a look here. Get the breathability up. Oh, that's a ton of... Okay, that's way too much. I need to start using the liquid nitrogen bottle. Now this is going to bring up the pressure really quickly. Okay, there we go. How are we doing on time? Shit, this thing is offline. I need to get the reactor back online. Didn't think about this. I don't think we're actually going to survive this. Let me think, what else can I do here? I need this bottle over here, because I need to start refilling oxygen. Did I use all of it? I think I did. It's also starting to get pretty cold. What is this? Is there any point in this? Actually, there is something I can do here. I think I'm about to die, but I missed something. One of the systems does have a pump in it. This system does have it. No, wait. No, there are literally no pumps in this. So, atmospheric temperature is quite low. CO2 is getting too high. I'm gonna have to start venting again. Or where's my... have no other oxygen. Okay, no. I think this is it. I think we're gonna have to retry this challenge. So this would suggest that the challenges do get harder, because this is not an easy one. 50 seconds. Okay, I have an idea. If the rescue beacon kept running, I would have been okay. Let's just see here again. CO2 is way too high. And I don't have any oxygen left, so... Let's just see here. No, that's empty. Where's the other bottle? Did I put it back in here? No.
Jerry, can you hear me?
Come on. 15 seconds.
I'm aboard the rescue ship. We're almost there. Just keep your beacon online a few more seconds so we don't lose you.
I don't think we're gonna make this. It's gonna be extremely close. I mean, there's nothing for me to do. I can see he's fading away. Oh, like with 1 second. Okay, so let's think about this. We would have made it if the beacon stayed online. So I'm gonna get the battery out of the gravity generator, put that into the beacon, because at some point I am gonna have to switch off. Okay, so we're just restarting here. The game crashed on me. I'm not sure exactly where it cut off, but basically as I was getting into the restart of the challenge, it crashed. I'm not sure, it's happened a couple of times today. I don't know if it's because I'm using the recording software or if it's one of the updates. I never had stability problems with Tin Can in the past. This time we know what we're dealing with. Let's just have another look here if we don't have any... No, we don't have any pumps. I mean, these challenges, it's a good way to teach players how to sort of survive if you don't have certain things, but not having pumps is properly tough. Okay, I know what we can do here. So we're gonna swap this out for starters. The proper battery, it's gonna last longer. Let me just think, what else do we need to do? It's probably a good idea to keep everything online, since... Just trying to think, is there any other way that I can try to keep the temperature down? Oh, I can always vent this, because I think the liquid nitrogen should reduce the temperature. Okay, we actually need to get out of here while I'm busy chatting away to myself. Yeah, that's what I should have done. So I vent oxygen and liquid nitrogen, and I think since we already have this online, how long do I have before the CO2 starts becoming a problem? I mean, not that long, I imagine. It's pretty much immediately. The breathability is already too low. So we are just going to go ahead and do this. I don't want any of these systems switched on, mainly because it's annoying. All the alarms constantly going off. Okay, so how are we doing here? CO2 is still a problem. Let's start by having some extra oxygen in the pod. See how much do we need to get here. So we've got the breathability back up. Can't go completely crazy. Oh, well, I've just emptied this, so... how are we doing on temperature? Temperature is okay. I'm guessing that temperature is maintaining... Oh no, it is actually rising. So we're going to start with the liquid nitrogen here. I just want to see something before I start doing this. Can I put this back in here? Because I need to be careful with this. This really spikes the pressure quickly. Oh shit. I was just saying I need to be careful. Okay, let's bring this back up. This is very effective. Okay, I've just emptied this bottle and it is properly cold now. Oh shit, oxygen. Okay, I need more oxygen. Let's have a look here. Get the oxygen back into the pod. Perfect. And then I think we need a little bit more nitrogen. Can I close this up for a little bit? Where's the nitrogen bottle? Oh, here it is. Okay. Come on, just get the breathability in a good range. Now I'm going to need oxygen again. How much do I still have left in here? You'll hear that if the air is getting really thin, you can't actually hear as much of what's going on inside the pod. CO2 is still rising pretty quickly, but at least this time we managed to keep the rescue beacon on the whole way through. I should have more nitrogen in the air. Let's get some more. The problem is, actually no, I don't want to do that. Because if I do that, I also reduce the amount of oxygen that's in the air. Right now that's more important. So I'm just going to have to deal with the fact that there's a lot of CO2 here. These are really interesting lessons, even for me. I've played this game quite a bit, but you're actually better off... What is making that noise? It's this one. This is fine. Okay. I mean, I don't really need this system. It doesn't have a pump, and it, well, doesn't have any liquid nitrogen, so there's not really anything it can do. Anyway, what I was about to say is that when you have this much oxygen in the air, it seems to help us out in terms of the CO2, although I can see the breathability is dropping now. I think we're just going to have to leave this and hope. How are we doing on temperature? It's starting to get quite hot, but we do still have the battery. I don't know at what point this is going to become a problem. Usually when it gets up to the red, so we still have a little bit of time. Breathability is starting to dip into the red. This is the CO2 that's becoming a problem. I don't want to put more nitrogen into the air. I think we're better off having a decent amount of oxygen. Well, maybe we can just push it down to about 25%. This is not going to be enough. Okay.
Gary, can you hear me?
This time we should make it.
It's me. I'm aboard the rescue ship. We're almost there. Just keep your beacon online a few more seconds so we don't lose you. We're going to bring you home, alright?
I think we're good. And that's it. Wow, this is... I really like the harder challenges. I hope the other ones are this challenging as well. If you end up in this situation with the proper survival runs, it's definitely going to make things tough for you. But yeah, this was a great one. Thanks for watching. As always, if you like this content, please do like and subscribe. We're going to be doing Murphy's Law and cold starts in the upcoming videos. I'll decide if I'm going to make two separate ones or just put them together based on how long it actually takes. But I'll see you for those challenges.